I have never did RMT in my whole life, but I don't hate it. I would fully support a server cluster free from RMT, but it's almost impossible to enact a law like this. Modern states deal with these kind of problems with an idea like this. If you can't ban it, you tax it. RMT is real money trading, taking items, structures, dinos from other players and giving them real life money is a huge problem in official ARK servers. But the real problem is it's almost impossible to stop people from doing this. You would have to police the servers at an unimaginable level. So you would need to track a player's every movement and track everything they have all the time. And all the PvP encounters will end up being suspicious. You would sneak into some Discord channels and try to trick people into selling you stuff for real money, and after the transaction is completed you would ban them, but you would need to hire maybe hundreds of agents doing this to be able to make people believe that if they do RMT they might get banned because the seller might be an agent of wildcards. That is almost an impossible task to achieve, and monitoring the servers like camping obelisk for loot. There is no way you can actually be sure that fight was legit or not. You could do a trade for RMT and just make a simple mistake by crashing in the middle of somewhere and another person would be happen to flying by and they see you and they loot your body and the transaction is over. So was that a trade or a very successful random raid? You could just bola someone loaded and kill them, happen to be better than them at PvP, something like that. You know, like you would have to watch every single PvP encounter, and I don't think that's ever gonna be possible unless we get some kind of super AI monitoring these servers. So I think we should go with this saying that real politicians use in real life. When you ban something bad but you can't actually enforce that rule, you would feed the illegal operations. This happens throughout the history many times. So I'm thinking, instead of having this rule that is not enforced and making people break the rules, maybe Wildcard should implement a trading system and just tax people. You know, if you like to buy a mana Garmir for $10, you just pay 20% to Wildcard and there you have it. You have a new dino, you bought it legit. I wouldn't say this would be a popular opinion, everyone will hate it, but the reality of this situation is that it is already happening. I have never met anyone that played on official servers for a long time that did not dealt with RMT, except myself and few of my tribe mates. We did not do that, and that is one of the reasons I stopped playing on official PvP servers, because the battlefield was so unfair, because other tribes were getting paid to play but we were not. So it was very difficult for me to encourage my tribe mates to just play this game for fun while others make money off their successful plays. I don't want to make this video too long. The one I did before was 18 minutes where I talked about a problem with the official PvP servers and official PvP players, and I feel like this is another major problem. ARK official PvP requires you to spend tens of hours every month on this game, and there is no way people can spend this much time without actually making any money, because just like everyone says, ARK official PvP is like a second job. So if you like to do this, you must have a YouTube channel or you must be streaming your plays, otherwise you're gonna have to do RMT. I always dislike and be against these kind of setups that being legit is either impossible or very difficult. So if you don't believe me, you can try it yourself. You can try to form a tribe of 10 people and ask them to spend 6 hours every day on this game for 6 months. there is no way anyone can spend this much time on this game. Either you're gonna have to make videos, you're gonna have to stream your plays, or you're gonna have to do RMT. You can't be a legit player if you don't have a YouTube channel or a decent following on your streaming channel. There's like 3 options if you like to play this game on official servers for a long time. If there is some other people out there I haven't heard or met, I actually like to see your story. Like, have you seen anyone spend a year on official PvP servers and actually never dealt with RMT? I feel like I might be the only one, and I recorded some videos. They didn't performed well, barely made anything from my all of official PvP videos. I wasn't really good at it, but I had a stacked base. On small tribes, I could probably sell my entire base for more than my channel's worth at that time. But I choose not to break the rules, and that's one of the reasons I couldn't continue playing, because my tribe mates couldn't start YouTube channels and they had lives. They had to spend their times on school and work. So as far as I know, only way to stay legit on official PvP servers is to make money through YouTube videos or streaming. If you do RMT, that would be an illegal thing to do for the wildcards aspect, because they don't allow that in their servers. In my opinion, it's bad money, like haram money, because the servers belong to wildcards. So that leaves almost no room for legit players. You have to break this rule to be able to survive in official PvP, and that is wrong. I feel like that is a very bad way to manage this business. If it was me, I would just trade people with real money and just take a cut as a tax for peaceful and trusted transaction. I think most people will receive this in a negative way. They would say this makes this game very pay to win, and they are right. But my point is, it's already like this, and I think it's different than the company selling things because they can spawn them. But with this way, there will be actual economy in this game. I think there are other games, there are other successful games that allow players to trade with real money, and they just play the middleman and they get a cut as a tax. So I just wanted to make this video and let everyone know, if you are not aware of this, official PvP servers are filled with RMT, real money trades, and of course that is very unfair. It's also illegal for wildcards TOS. I wouldn't recommend anyone planning or thinking about spending too much time on ARK's official PvP servers. And maybe with this extra income, they might deal with the cheaters better. That is actually worse than everything. The other problems make the game less appealing, less fun, but cheaters are basically makes the game unplayable. But I am keeping the cheats from separate of the game mechanics, because if there is a cheater in any game, that game is done no matter what. You could make the perfect game, but if there's a cheater in that game, it will be unplayable. So I'm trying to focus on more to the mechanics and the design, not to the people who break that design, because that is an fight you're gonna have to keep fighting forever. The software that destroys the game and the software that protects the game. So I am separating that concept from these kind of problems. Alright, that's all I have about to say for the RMT problem. Either enforce it properly, I don't know how they're gonna be able to achieve that, it's very difficult, or if you can't enforce this rule, just adapt and let the legit players have a chance. Alright, thank you for watching, dear watchers, and